All right. Welcome to the 8th episode of the Kentucky Elk Hunting Webinar Series. So it's been 8 episodes already. The summer's flying by. This is going to be a quick one today. So Joe and I just wanted to jump on here and remind everybody that the area draw is July 2nd at midnight. So that's Friday at midnight. You need to have your 5 selections in there, or if you don't put any selections in there, you're just going to end up with a random unit. Won't get a regulated area. You'll just get put in a random unit. So you still got time to jump on MyProfile today and make those selections. So right now, I'm just going to have Joe just do a little recap of how to make those suggestions, and we'll talk through a couple issues and roll on.
All right, give me a second to get the screen share.
No problem.
All right. So like you said, our deadline is tomorrow at midnight, July 2nd. Just as a brief refresher, if you don't want to go back through all the elk hunting webinar series, which are here on the right of the screen, we'll just run through real quick how to do it again. So we just went through and made some random selections to show that, we've got, to show what it looks like when you've actually made your preferences, assuming a hunter has already went and done this. Just in no random order, I picked a couple of different things in Unit 5 and Unit 6. That's where I want to end up. But you go through here. If you want to look at all the regulated areas, underneath the optional items, this regulated areas list, it'll go through here and take you through all the units, all the properties that are available. Say I want to look back at Defeated Creek and go, man, is that the place I really wanted to hunt? I'll go here and click view, and it'll pull up everything about one of these properties that you need to know. Let's see here. Just again, if I wanted to look at any of the old data sources to see how people applied, I can go through the 2020 area selection data just to see, okay, I got these choices. I think it's what I want to have locked down. Again, this will go through and show you. So like the property that I'd picked in this example was Defeated Creek. I've got a bull week 1 tag in this scenario. Only one person applied for the spot last year. My odds are looking pretty good. I'm feeling good about my choices. And to actually make those selections, we'll go through here in this blue button, the select hunting unit and regulated area preferences. This is where you go through and actually use these drop-down boxes to make your selections that you want to use. You see here, I've got all mine already put in. I hit submit. If at any time I want to go through and change them, I can just in that same section hit clear preferences right here, and I can go back through the process and pick them all again. But just as a quick and dirty refresher, that's kind of it. It's how to do it real quick. And again, this is more of a just a reminder that if you haven't done this yet, go ahead and please do it. And I think that's really what I have for this brief refresher.
Yeah, for sure. If you've entered your choices earlier in the season, you can change them up until midnight, July 2nd. So you can go in there if you got a last minute change. It doesn't lock anything in till midnight on July 2nd. So it's worth, and I think it's worth going in there and just verifying that the choices, if you put them in there a month ago, I guarantee you they're still there. But just go in and verify that they're still there, that they're still what you want, that you didn't make an error putting them in some manner, got something out of line. So go in, take a look. If you got any questions, holler at us, today and tomorrow. We're recording this on Thursday morning, so hopefully it'll be up later on today. So just to put a little time scale on that. So again, Friday, July 2nd at midnight is the end of the area draw. So July 16th, the results will be up on MyProfile. So as most things, we give ourselves a big window to make sure we get those results up. You can, it's not a bad idea to just start checking, you know, week or so from now, as they usually get put up early, but definitely by July 16th. And this, you know, this point in the summer, I feel like, you know, for Joe and I, and for the elk hunters, this kind of marks the halfway point to the season. So we've got a lot, you know, everybody's been looking at the entire zone map, and I completely understand it's hard to focus down on one area. And we really feel, you know, in talking to the hunters each summer, the level of focus increases once the area draws over. You'll know what regulated area you've got. You'll know what unit you're in. You can really get dialed in and focus on that area. Definitely, this is the time to start planning some scouting trips for August, especially for the bull hunters that are coming up in September and October. And you know, get serious, plan your scouting trips, start thinking about scouting, get out there and do some scouting. So one little bit of housekeeping as we go into the regulated areas is we have been looking at Onyx Maps, which is a pretty popular mapping app that's out there right now, and they've got a good number of our regulated areas that kind of randomly showed up on Onyx. They pull data from kind of our state data repository, and they've got basically probably 9/10 of the regulated areas. So we are making a big push to get all that stuff updated, and they'll all be available through Onyx. Essentially, under the Kentucky tab, there's a regulated areas basically layer that you can turn on. And so we're going to work through and make sure that that is updated and perfect, and try to get some access points on there. And we'll probably have an episode probably late July on that once we get that tied up. So that's another mapping option that you've got to plan a scouting trip in addition to the other mapping that we talked about earlier. So we got some great episodes coming up. Joe's going to be taking the wheel for the next 2 episodes. And one of the ones that he's going to do, which I'm pretty excited about, is just a talk with law enforcement. So he's going to talk with some of our law enforcement guys that cover the elk zone, and just run through some common issues that they see and some common citations that they write in terms of just making sure that the hunters going out in the field are legal. It'll be everything from having your vehicle hang tag, to making sure you've got hunter orange when appropriate, to having the correct elk permits, and just some other things. Probably talk about running ATVs on WMAs, things like that. So that'll be a really good one to tune into. You know, we don't want anybody to get a ticket for something that they've just forgotten about. So it's a be a good time to tune in, just so that you can stay legal and have a safe hunt. So basically, you got anything else, Joe?
Not a whole bunch this time. We are getting quite a few calls right now from a lot of the hunters, and I know a lot of people are wanting us to like kind of verify their stats for them and kind of check their strategies. And we'll you know, you're watching this today, we still got 2 days to get them all returned. We're trying to get all that back to you, but no, like you said, we're getting to the point where you can actually start to dial down and focus in on something. And hopefully here over the next couple of weeks, as hunters learn where they are, we can we'll try to transition to some different videos more along actually hunting themselves, and some things that we hope will be a little bit more useful to you in that realm. That's about what I've got for today in our refresher, and look forward to the next one.
Yeah, this is going to be a short one, but I can guarantee you we'll probably be back to our hour-long format, which is twice as long as I ever dreamed these things would be. But it's good info. Y'all are watching it, definitely, and we certainly appreciate the positive feedback that we've gotten. So with that, enjoy the upcoming holiday weekend. Be shooting the bow, be shooting your gun, get out there, do some hiking, and getting ready for your elk hunt. So we'll see you back next week. Thanks.
Thanks.